With so much data available, it's never been more important to protect it against loss or misuse. Use Flow to build complex workflows to detect inactivity and alert us before our data is completely lost. In our example, we wish to detect when a specific user is inactive on a particular server. Here you can see a flow that sends an alert by email when no data is received. Firstly, we have the Devo Source unit, used to define the data table that will receive the events of our data source. In the settings, we can see the query that receives the events. Here is where we specify the server host and username pair to look for. Next, we need a map unit, linked to the store port of the Devo Source unit. This port signals to the lookup when there is no activity detected in the source. As the lookup unit is a passive unit, when there is no activity, it has no way of gleaning a notion of time. For this, it requires the timestamps of the input events. Therefore, to keep the unit alive, the map unit will generate a fake event with server host, username and timestamp fields that will be sent to the lookup. These fake events are configured in the Fields to Add tab of the properties. Here you can define the value that will be used to identify the fake events and discard them later. Now let's get to the crux of this flow, the lookup unit, used to memorize the value pairs and their timestamps. In the properties, we can see these key fields to check for and memorize. The lookup timestamp field is where we specify the input event field used to provide the notion of time we mentioned previously. The lookup compares the timestamp of the memorized pairs with the timestamp of incoming events. If for any value pairs memorized, there is a difference equal to or greater than the time set in the expiration time field, set here to 30 seconds, they are considered expired and will be fired through the expired port of the lookup unit. Notice the unit is linked to the map unit as we previously mentioned, but also directly to the Devo Source unit. This is useful in the event that periods of inactivity are detected, rather than total loss of data. Once the flow is started, events enter from the init port of the Devo Source unit via the end port to signal the lookup to begin checking for pairs. Updated data will reach the lookup unit from the data port of the Devo Source unit to the update port of the lookup. Next in the sequence, we have the filter unit, used to extract only the required pairs and discard the fake ones set previously. If no events containing the value pairs arrive within the expiration time, an event will be emitted via the expired port of the lookup. The filter then receives this event via the in port and filters out the fake events using the expression in the predicate field. The remaining expired events are used to notify the next unit about inactivity. Next, we need another map unit to extract the expired server host and username values so that they can be sent to the next unit as two separate fields. Finally, we have the email sync unit, sending a customized message to the desired users to warn them about inactivity. See here that by separating the two key fields, we can autofill the email message with the corresponding event values. You can add as many email addresses as required in the To Recipients tab. Click the Start button to activate the flow and see this in action. Thank you for watching. Visit us online to keep up to date with the latest content.